Hey guys, it's Beauty Place 101 and today I am here with a new video, and this is just going to be a how to make money fast as a teenager. And I've been getting a lot of questions on like how people can like make money so they get some equipment to start making YouTube videos so that when their friends have plans that they always have money that they can go and do them with, because nowadays all the fun plans I feel like you just have to pay $15 for, like the movies, or you know, going rollerblading with your friends at a skate town, or like going to an amusement park or a water park or anything like that. It really all costs money, and being the one kid that does not have enough money to do an activity is the worst, and you always feel like you're left out of things with your friends and stuff, and it's not fun at all. Like just even going to school sporting events, a lot of times someone always can't go because they don't have enough money, and it drives you crazy. And today I'm going to be telling you how to prevent that. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did get my hair cut. I told them to give me a trim. They cut off about 2 inches, but I'm not mad about it because my hair had a lot of split ends, let's just say that. And I said, can you cut off like all the split ends? I want my hair to be healthy. I don't want it to be more than 1 inch, but if you have to go a little over, that'd be fine. I guess my hair was really unhealthy, but now it is very healthy, and now I can't stop touching it because it's so soft. But it all ends in the same place, so that's cool. Anyway, that was off topic. I'm just gonna give you guys a couple things you can do to earn a couple extra bucks, and these are all things I've done. I've been an entrepreneur for as long as I can remember, because I've just always loved making money ever since literally 2nd grade when I started having lemonade stands, and then I was like bringing in dollar by dollar, and I was like, hey, I could do this more often. And I literally had lemonade stands every other day. I think it was like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I literally had a plan with my neighbor, and we went out and we had lemonade stands every day. We sold popsicles and lemonade for $1. So it was awesome. I had a lot of fun doing it. I just loved being out there and knowing I would get a reward for like hanging out with my friends and making these lemonades, and it was awesome. After that, when I finally learned that I was old enough to start babysitting, I was about 5th grade. I actually took a babysitting class at my school, and I got all these booklets about what to do when you're babysitting and stuff, and I thought it was really cool, and I was so excited. So I went ahead and made flyers. So this is something that is very common, but is very helpful for a lot of families who are in need of babysitters. So you're just gonna make flyers, and then you basically want to stick around to your neighborhood unless you have someone who will drive you around at all times, but you're gonna just want to put flyers in all the mailboxes around your neighborhood, and you will at least have 1 or 2 calls, because especially if they know your family and they know you're a good kid, or they're just really in need for a night out away from their kids and stuff. I loved babysitting. The first time I ever babysat, I literally walked out the door and didn't even get paid because I had so much fun, and she was like, wait, here's your money, and I was like, oh my god, I had fun babysitting and I'm getting money. Like, this is awesome. Literally, we just played board games all night. We watched a couple movies, had some popcorn. It was awesome. You always want to listen to what the parents say for them to do. A lot of kids are on strict schedules nowadays, so you know, like 30 minutes of a TV show, and then you could do your homework, and then you could play a board game after and stuff. So I always kept this little notepad, and I wrote on the top what we did today, and we said it was what we ate, wrote mac and cheese, it was what we played and what we watched and all this stuff. And I always turned it into the parents every single time I left, and they really appreciated that. They liked knowing what we kind of did, knowing that I actually, like, you know, hung out with them and stuff. So that is a lot of fun. Babysitting is so much fun if you don't get too annoyed by little kids. I like babysitting like toddlers, but you know, some people even get babysat until like 6th grade just so they know they won't leave the house and stuff. Also, when you turn 16, like you get your license, if they're comfortable, maybe some people will call you up and ask you if you could be like a transporter, because if you have a lot of kids, you know that they're all in different types of sports usually, and their practices might overlap, and getting a carpool is not that easy sometimes, so sometimes you just need a backup option. So being a backup option for driving people around is so awesome. So I would definitely put your name out there and say, hey, I'm usually free, like whenever you need me, just call me up and I will pick up your kid from practice like for like $5, you know? It's really an awesome way to make money that way too, because they know you're always like not busy, like always on your feet and stuff. Also, a lot of boys, I've never done this because my brothers usually do it, but mowing the lawn can get you a lot of money, and you want to be experienced first. You want to be mowing your own lawn first, which is why I haven't done this, because I'm not experienced at all. I've never mowed my lawn. I have 2 brothers, but basically you want to make sure you mow the lawn in a straight line. You can ask the person how they like their lawn done and stuff like that, and that usually pays very well. My brother did that for a couple of years. He ended up getting like $40 a lawn. It was awesome. Also, me and my friends used to do car washes all the time. My mom used to work at a bank, and we would just set up the hoses behind the bank, and we would have signs and be like, get your car wash here. Sometimes we said it was free, but donation is welcome, but sometimes we were like, like $5 a car wash just because if we weren't making up much that day. You always want to do that on a nice day, and it's a nice way to get tan. It's a nice way to like spray yourself with water a little bit. It's really fun to do in my opinion, and making money, there's no going wrong with that. So that's a lot of fun to do with your friends if you guys are looking to make extra money on the weekend. Something that I do a lot actually is I pack up all my old clothes and I send it to this place called Plato's Closet, and they basically buy whatever old clothes are like in style now and that aren't too ratty, and they give you money back, literally just cash back for it. It's so awesome. I literally brought in 3 garbage bags of clothing the other day, and I got like 70 bucks off the bat for it, and I was like, what the heck, that's awesome. Like I said, when I was a kid, I was a really big entrepreneur. I did anything I could to make the little bit of money I wanted, and one thing I did, which I don't know if you've watched my older videos, but I have a couple videos up about this, and I actually make and sell duct tape wallets and cheerleading bows. I don't do it as much anymore, but I might start getting back into it. I think I haven't done as much because I haven't been getting orders because I haven't really mentioned it in my videos in a very, very, very long time. So basically, I used to do these all the time, and this is what it looks like. You can make any handcrafted thing that you want and sell it. I sell it on my own website because it's really easy to make websites with like Weebly.com. You can sell it on Etsy, you can sell it on eBay, literally anything like that. It's a great way if you want to be a little craftier. It's a great way to earn a couple extra bucks, and it's a great way to get over your boredom, you know? I love making these when I'm bored, so basically this is just one of my one color duct tape wallets. I have 4 slots for the cards, and then I have a 1 slot for the money, and usually I do 2 color duct tape wallets. So this is a really old one, it's a little ratty, but I have the white and the black and pink zebra, and then I open it up and I have 4 slots just like before, and it fits the cards perfectly, and then I have a spot for the money. So these I love selling and I love making them, so I actually sell them right now. If you want one, I don't know, you can go check in the down bar. I'm not trying to self-promote, but if you are curious about it, here you go. I also on that website, I don't know if I'm even gonna do this anymore, but I used to do this and it was a lot of fun as well, and I used to just make these cheerleading bows. I mean, I'll still make them if anyone is interested, but basically I just like tied these bows and I had friends help me put a hair tie on it. I bedazzled some of them. I put, you know, their initial on it. I thought that was really cool. I also sell like just plain ones because I like the plain ones. Whenever I went to cheerleading practice, I always had a different one that matched my outfit, and I just thought this was really cool. I used to also sell keychain bows, but these are much harder to make, so I don't know if I'll be selling these anymore. But if you want one, you can comment down below and tell me you want me to sell them. But I think these are so cute, and this is actually usually on my keychain, but I just took it off to show you guys in this video. And yeah, I love this as well. So those are just like a couple ways to make money. Sorry if I sound sick, it's because I am sick. I feel like I say that in all my videos, but I have so much mucus inside of my head and I'm like, blah. So something that a lot of teenagers have been into recently is not leaving the couch or literally doing anything and making a lot of money. And when I heard about this, I said, oh, what? I said, why have I not looked this up earlier? But basically, one of the favorite websites that I've looked up into is called Opinion Outpost. So basically, this is just a website that pays people to basically tell their opinions on various things that they care about, and it's so cool. And I'll have a link in the description box for this because this is such a cool website. So basically, research companies need like your opinion on what that is important to you nowadays, such as like food, TV shows, movies, new products, and politics and stuff like that. You can earn cash, Amazon gift cards, and iTunes gift cards on this website, and that is awesome because I order off of Amazon all the time. Cash is amazing, and iTunes, you can never go wrong with iTunes. I literally love iTunes. What's really cool about it is it's like free to join, so basically you're getting money for free. It's not like you have to sign up for $20 and then try to get the money back. It's honestly just free money, and no one can go wrong with that. So that's one of the reasons I really like this website. So you redeem like points for each of the, you know, little surveys that you do on Opinion Outpost, and it's really cool because once you have enough points, you can just transfer it to cash, you know, gift cards, anything really, and it will go right back to you. So if you are bored one day, you can literally do 100 surveys and just get as many points as you want, or if you just like once in a while are like, I need a couple extra bucks, you could do like 1 survey a day. You could do stuff like that, and it's really, really, really cool. And if you're lazy like me and you just want to get a couple extra bucks under your shoulder, that is the way to go. And it's really cool because I think you can automatically receive 1 free entry into a $10,000 quarterly prize each time you take a survey. So what I think that is so cool. Every time you take a survey, you're basically just entered into a drawing for $10,000, so what? Why wouldn't you do that? And there's no limit on all the entries you can have, so literally like if you do 100 surveys like I just said, 100 times you're drawn into that bunch that they draw you out of, so that is awesome. I really recommend this. So make sure you check out the link in my description box like I said, and literally just get started right away. It's not that hard, it's awesome. And the last one would just be just doing chores around the house. Honestly, can get you a lot of money if your parents are willing to do that. I am too old to get actually chores done. I'm 18 years old and my parents aren't gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna give you $5 for doing the dishes. I just have to do the dishes. But a lot of parents actually give out money for doing chores and stuff, and my parents used to do that. They used to have a chart of all the chores we did and gave us like $5 to $10 at the end of the week, depending on how many chores we did. And that always helped me out a lot, especially when I didn't have a job. But the very ultimate way of making money is to actually get a job. And you might think that if you're young you can't really get a job, but I got my first job when I was like 14, and that might sound crazy, but like I said earlier, I've always loved making money, and it's just always been fun because any job I've ever really done, I've made the best out of it and I've really enjoyed it. So when I was 14, I started working at the concession stand at the YMCA, my local YMCA, and I actually got minimum wage for that, and I worked all summer and it was so much fun. I'm so blessed that they actually hired me at 14 years old, but it really did help change me into the person I am today because I realized how much, you know, working is essential. Because of that job, I actually had enough money to buy my own camera, and that is one of the reasons I'm here today. So thank you YMCA for giving me that job. And I actually had that job until sophomore year. I worked the summer after sophomore year and then I stopped working. I did not work my last summer, which is the first summer I haven't worked, so that was a little crazy for me, but it was a lot of fun because I did a lot of shows that summer and stuff, and I was traveling a lot. But now I am still making money from my duct tape wallets and stuff like that, and I am trying to make a little extra money through my YouTube, and I just keeping it up, and that is honestly the way to do it. And I might get another job over the summer at the local YMCA again because that was a lot of fun, and I just like I like being able to put in work into something and get something in return, instead of like school where you put in a lot of work to it and you get stuff in return, but you don't get money in return, which is an awesome way to do it because money buys ice cream and ice cream buys happiness. Quotes by Sarah. So that is it I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up or a comment down below, and I would really appreciate that. Also, be sure to check out the Opinion Outpost link in the down bar. It's a really cool website and I really recommend it. I've been like talking to them, and I actually have a relationship with the brand, so that is really cool. And make sure you comment down below all the video requests you have for me, because now that all of the plays and musicals are done for this year, I have a lot of free time, which in free time leads to a lot of YouTube time, so I'm ready for that. I'm really excited for that. And yeah, that is all I have for today, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye! Peace. Mala mala mala! Bye.